Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check.
Riding with country bass, country bass.
So,
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Riding with country bass, country bass.
yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Bitcoin Chris checking in yet again. Happy Tuesday, and make sure you head over to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. The audio should be good, but I'm going to double check here, make sure everything's good. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today, we're going to talk about not only, of course, the Bitcoin price, the Bitcoin price, the Bitcoin price. We're going to go over, Andrew Tate's um, video here where he talked about the downside to Bitcoin, right? All right, cool. Audio is good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, again, happy Tuesday. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe, and hope you guys are having a great day. I usually have the mic here, but I feel like it's better if I just hold the mic up and I just speak into the mic. So, what's up, Twitter world? What's up, X? What's up, Facebook? What's up, IG? We are here live. So, so I hope you guys are doing great. And so let's just jump right into it. All right, we're gonna jump into the Bitcoin price, the Bitcoin price, the Bitcoin price. Make sure you guys head over to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. Get your $10 free Bitcoin, and make sure you guys scan that QR code in the top left hand side or right hand side of this actual live, and get your forward card. Right. So with that being said, let's jump into the Bitcoin price before we jump into the news and all the great and exciting information that we're jumping into here today. All right, so here we are. We are on the 4 hour time frame, right? And here we actually went over this yesterday, right? Where we have actually gone over and seen that we dropped down to the 0.786 level yesterday, as you can see here. We did go up yesterday, and then we came right back down and retouched the 0.786 level here yet again, and now we're bouncing. So looking a little bit better today. I was expecting us to come down a little bit lower, like I said, about 92,000, but it's not looking like it's going to come down that low as of now. But we shall see, we shall see, we shall see. But let's go ahead and jump into the daily time frame and see what's going on the daily time frame, guys. As you guys can see, we do have that dot there on Monday, which was yesterday, right? So we do dot, and we started to dump. And here we have our wicks here on the daily time frame. So again, we do have money flow super thick, um, but we are starting to come down lower. So we're going to have to watch this very closely and see what's going on. Look at the weekly. Weekly still have that red dot here that started this week. So uh, let's look and see where that 200-day moving average is at for the weekly. The 20 is actually at 78,000. And that 200-day moving average is at 40,000, which is crazy. I would actually be super excited and super happy if we ever came down, um, any lower. So, it is what it is. Most people are going to cry, right? Because most people are probably buying up here. And if you're doing it how you're supposed to do it, right? If you're anything like how you're supposed to, if you're anything like Michael Saylor, anything like anybody that's been in the space, right? We buy the all-time highs, we buy dips, we buy highs, we buy lows, right? We're going to DCA no matter what, right? So I've had this support line here at 48 for a while. But again, we're looking at the weekly time frame. So our support would be around 75, 72 level, $70,000 level, if that were the case, if we were to come down a little bit lower. But as you can see here, our 20-day moving average on the weekly is going to be, that 76,000. I don't think we get down low, but, it is what it is. Can't really argue with the data here. So maybe this could start to turn up and then start to curve up as well. But we're going to have to check back and just see what's going on. Let's look at the hourly time frame here. We do have our green dot here. As you can see here, we're starting to reverse here on the hourly time frame. So you could have went long here as an option at 3 o'clock today. But that is actually an hour ago. So we have our hour candle coming in seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and new candle. Right, so we do have our 20-day moving average here. 200 up here at the $98,000 level. So we're gonna have to watch this closely. I will put alerts. I'll put an alert here, and then I'll put an alert if we cross below the lows here. All right, so I have these highs and lows set here, so that way I know what's going on. But like I said, money flow right in the red here. That was your signal to get, just to be on the lookout, right? If you're shorting, then you got to be careful shorting Bitcoin. But here is your red dot here, followed by money flow coming out, and then red money flow. So it is what it is. But I think we'll start to head higher, and then if we do head higher, where could we go, guys? Let's look and see where we could go. All right, so let's pull this fib here. I would pull a fib from, which high should I do? I guess it would be this high, boom, and then we would come down to the low, boom. So our target level would be 98,000. So be on the lookout for that as your target level, and then we would see if we head down lower or we head higher. So, and then 886 is always good, and 786 is always good if we can break above these two levels. So, all right, that's looking pretty good on the Bitcoin price as of right now, especially with the green dot on the hourly time frame. So just be on the lookout for that. And let's jump into the DXY real quick, and then we'll jump into, of course, MicroStrategy. See how MicroStrategy is holding up on the charts as well. All right, so see here we have DXY possibly starting to come down. Zoom out. All right, yeah, looking like it's starting to come down, and would want to start to come down. Red dot here on the DXY, so that's good for assets in general. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Maybe that would be your trend line, or this could be your trend line. Who knows, right? All right, so that's that. Let's look at the daily real quick, and then jump into MicroStrategy. All right, so looking here, daily is looking like it's gonna be pumping. Looks like it's gonna be pumping here. So I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. Weekly, we also have a red dot on the DXY. So all right, well, just gonna have to wait until to see what's going on. Let's look at MicroStrategy real quick, and then we'll jump into today's tweets and topics here. So MicroStrategy, we do have our red dot here on the weekly. Jump down to the daily. Nothing really has changed too much. We did break down below that trend line, and then reaching that 200-day moving average, or the 21 moving average on the daily time frame. So we're holding up here. Looks like we can start to head up here. Well, we shall see. Jump down to the 4-hour time frame. We do have our green dot on the 4-hour time frame, so be on the lookout for a pump possibly coming up in the next couple of days for MicroStrategy. Jump down to the 1-hour time frame, and looking at the 1-hour time frame, we do have green dot and higher momentum waves shifting up, and RSI, stochastic RSI, heading up. So looks like we could possibly, come back up and touch that $400 level, 395 to $400 level for MicroStrategy. Um, so yeah, we're gonna have to watch this and see what's going on. So be careful again if you're trading. DCA your MicroStrategy if you're interested in MicroStrategy. And again, my target for MicroStrategy long term is $1,500 long term. And I went over that in a previous video, but you know, once you're this far away from the 200, shout out to Oliver, and once you're like extended, super extended up, super extended like that, it has to come back down. So right now we're just waiting to see what's going to happen. Shout out to MicroStrategy long term play. Of course, this is still good, and if you're getting a discount on MicroStrategy, good for you guys. So let's continue here. Let's continue here. All right, let's jump into the tweets here because we have Andrew Tate, who had a video. So let's jump into that real quick. Boom. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to hear this.
Cycle is that nothing can outperform Bitcoin, which sounds great, but I'm starting to sense a genuine breakdown in capitalism. I'm being serious here, gentlemen.
I don't think you guys can hear this audio,
People submit me
but go
business ideas
check
all
out
the
this
time.
video,
I'm
right?
making this video because
So what I'll
48
do
minutes
is,
ago, I was sent a business proposal by a very good friend of mine, a man I've done business with many times before. He's German. He's extremely competent. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's a
see if you guys can hear
hotelier.
that.
He wants me to invest 16 million into a hotel in Switzerland. And I've looked at his whole proposal, and I've sat there and thought, why not just buy Bitcoin? I have to get this hotel. We have to find staff. We need plates, cups. We got to make sure we're.
All right, yeah. So I mean, we're not gonna, spend too much time on the video. You guys can go watch it on your own. I'm just gonna respond back to the actual video, and give you guys my thoughts on this actual uh, take on what he was saying, right? So, all right, cool. So Andrew Tate said that the only issue is his issue is, he said he has friends that want him to give him money uh, for businesses, right? Like hotels, like coffee shops, et cetera, right? So his issue or his concern is that once people start to figure out that the best asset to own is Bitcoin, which you've already known, right? Most people are not going to want to, develop things or make things or be they're not going to want to do things when they could just put money into Bitcoin, right? And they're not going to want to create. So I can see where he's coming from, but my response to that would be, you know, there's so many people that just don't care about Bitcoin, and so many people that just don't want to hear about it, or if it's not tangible, they don't want to deal with it. You have so many people that are, so obsessed with real estate that they don't even want to hear anything about Bitcoin, right? You got your stock bros that don't want to hear nothing about Bitcoin, right? They're still holding their SPY and SPX from, decades ago, and, their company, and they, you're going to have that section of the population that even with all the numbers and with the data and with the charts and, you know, all the information out there, they're still not going to pay any attention to Bitcoin, right? And so I can understand his concern, but again, I don't think it's that big of a concern because of the would it be hubris or ignorance of the people that are just they're some people just don't want to learn what's new and what's happening in the world, right? So when you are hesitant to adopt and to embrace new technologies, you're just going to get left behind, right? You're just going to have to deal with the consequences of not being uh, smart enough to recognize what's going to happen in the even Donald Trump Jr. was saying that he's so used to not, he's even saying the same things, right? He was saying I saw a video that Michael Saylor posted that he was saying that if he can't touch it, he doesn't really want to deal with it, right? So even people like Donald Trump Jr.'s, you know, he recognizes it now, but you know how many people are thinking that same thing? Oh, if I can't touch it, then I don't really, I don't. They haven't really done their due diligence or their research, right? So again, I don't understand and or might die. So I don't think most people are going to understand and or have the ability to take advantage of the information until it's too late. So it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So that's my response to Andrew Tate. I can, when you understand Bitcoin, you don't want to invest in anything else, right? So what's the point, right? What's the point of you investing in real estate? What's the point of you investing in stocks when it's going to underperform Bitcoin, right? But again, most people haven't done their due diligence and don't even understand like what's really at hand and what's at stake. So they're going to continue to create their businesses, which is great. They're going to continue to invest in real estate, which is great. Let them continue to invest in real estate. You got to let them do what they do, right? And in due time, they will buy Bitcoin at the price they deserve, or they will work for Bitcoin, like we've been saying for the past, 4+ years. So with that being said, that is my response to Andrew Tate. Uh, he said he has a German friend that wants to build a hotel. There's going to be people that want to build hotels, that's going to want to do houses, real estate, stick to their stocks, stick to what they know, right? And meanwhile, Bitcoin's going to outperform all that, and it is what it is, right? So those who have ears and have done their due diligence and understand what's going on, they're going to take advantage of the information and take advantage of the opportunity. And those that don't, will see you in the future, right? We will see you in the future. So it is what it is. So let's continue. So that's that. Now we're going to jump into the next. I'm going to jump into the next topic here, which is going to be 12 USC 411. Right? Because 12 USC 411 is going to be the main idea. Hit that like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment in the chat. And let's continue here. So we're going to look into lawful money and 12 USC 401. I know you guys are probably have been seeing me talk about lawful money and all this stuff, right? Like what is Chris talking about, man? What is he talking about? You don't have to pay taxes, or you can opt out of taxes and all that stuff, right? So instead of again, it's not based on what I'm saying, guys. It's based off the law, right? With the help of my good friend Chat, right? Chat GPT. And let's just go to the. Let's just go here, make sure audio is good. But you're not having some audio issues yet again. It never fails. Audio's good, perfect. So we do have the class, the master class. We're most likely going to do it next Friday, but we have this poll. So if you want it this Friday and next Friday, know, just vote here and let me know, and then we could figure that out. The only reason why I said next Friday is because I want to give people time and get the information out and give people a chance to you know save up or whatever it is that they need to do to join the class. But it's only $200. It's not even anything crazy. So with that being said, let's continue here. All right, so we're going to jump into 12 USC 401 ourselves, and then we're going to jump into chat GBT as well. So the Federal Reserve notes, which is everybody knows that we use Federal Reserve notes, because I went over it in yesterday's class or yesterday's live. We went over That your dollar bill that we use is called a Federal Reserve. Right? Federal Reserve note. So this is what we call money in today's society, right? So that's the Federal Reserve note. So let's continue. Federal Reserve notes to be issued at the discretion of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System for the purpose of making advances. Advances, which means you're advancing, which means, you know, you're giving an advance to the Federal Reserve banks through the Federal Reserve agents as hereafter set forth and for no other purpose are authorized. The said note shall be obligations of the United States. Obligations of the United States and shall be receivable by all national and member banks and Federal Reserve banks, and for all taxes, customs, and other public dues, and then they shall be redeemed in lawful money on demand at the Treasury Department of the United States. And this is what I keep telling you guys, lawful money. It's not me saying this. This is the law that's saying this. So please look it up for yourself and please understand what I'm trying to break down and explain to you guys. 12 USC 411. You have the ability to redeem it in lawful money on demand, right? At the Treasury Department of the United States in the city of Washington, District of Columbia, or at any Federal Reserve bank. So let's jump into chat where I asked how to explain this to you guys a little bit simpler, right? All right, so here we are. Make sure we're good. Hit that like, share, subscribe to explain this to you guys a little bit. All right, cool. So think about Sonic the Hedgehog and the famous gold rings in the game. Sonic collects his rings as he speeds through the levels, right? These rings are what Sonic uses to survive in the game world, but he can't use them in real life. They only work in Sonic's universe, right? So let's compare Sonic's rings to the Federal Reserve notes. The money that we use in the real world, Federal Reserve notes, which is the dollar bills that we use, are like Sonic's rings. They only work in the game of our economy. Just like Sonic can't take the rings out of the game and use them to try to buy pizza, we can't use Federal Reserve notes outside of the economy controlled by the Federal Reserve. So why do we use the Federal Reserve notes? That's because just like Sonic's rings, the U.S. government decided that the Federal Reserve notes would be the currency that everyone agrees to keep the economy running smoothly. The government and the banks set up the system, and everyone has to play by the rules to use the Federal Reserve notes to trade goods and services. That's where we go and pay for everything with our dollar bills, right? But just like Sonic can technically collect something more valuable like the Chaos Emeralds, well, all right, because when he gets those emeralds, what does he do? He turns into like Super Sonic, right? Super Sonic is super fire. And he's gold, Super Saiyan Sonic. So if we knew how we could choose to use lawful money, which is the real government-backed money, and this would be unlocking supersonic, right? Like I just said, in the form of getting something more powerful, but only if you knew how to get it, right? So let's continue, right? All right, so here, boom. Let's jump into what is lawful money, right? Lawful money refers to the currency issued by the U.S. Treasury. So we have Federal Reserve notes issued by the Federal Reserve Bank, which is a private company. And then we have lawful money issued by the actual United States Treasury, right? Perfect. And it's actually authorized under the U.S. Constitution. Boom. It's distinguished from the Federal Reserve notes, which is issued by a private banking entity, which is, private bank, Federal Reserve notes. We got our U.S. national currency, you know, lawful money. Boom. Key point here: most people are unknowingly using the private reserve, private banking issued Federal Reserve notes rather than, you know, lawful money. We don't even know that. So lawful money appears in 12 USC 411, which we just read, right? And gives the individuals the right to redeem Federal Reserve notes for lawful money on demand. It's the type of money the government intended for public and private debts tied to the U.S. Treasury. All right. So why does lawful money matter? Right? Financial freedom and legal rights. Lawful money allows individuals to operate outside of the Federal Reserve monetary system. Redeeming income in lawful money is not may, it does affect how it's treated under federal law. This distinction could significantly, it does have financial benefits and reduces tax liability, guys. This is why I keep telling you guys, the class I'm going to teach you how to make sure that you redeem everything in lawful money, how to do so you don't have to worry about that tax liability. Boom. By doing this, you're exercising your rights. So I'm a big component of understanding and utilizing your rights so that way you can stand on your rights, because your rights are your rights and nobody can take away your rights unless you allow them to or you don't know your rights, right? Cop pulls you over, you're in your friend's car, you're in the passenger seat, the cop pulls you over, pulls your friend over, you're in the passenger seat, and the cop asks you for your ID. By law, you don't have to give them your ID, but most people don't know this or are ignorant to the law. So you know, so you go ahead and hand them your ID. Not saying it's wrong or right. I'm just saying your right is that you don't have to give them your ID. You're not the one driving. You're just a passenger. And you by law you don't have to give them your ID. Right? Very simple. It's nothing more, nothing less. You just don't have to because it's your right. You have a right to privacy. That's why I keep telling you guys that these corporations that leak your data and your private information, they're able to be sued. Your rights cannot be infringed upon unless you allow them to be infringed upon and you don't take any action. Right? So you exercise your rights to lawful money, and that could help you break free from unnecessary financial burdens such as taxes. Right? Cool. Next topic. Right? Next point. The power of 12 USC 401. All right. 12 USC 401 explicitly grants the right to demand lawful money instead of Federal Reserve notes. If you have a right to demand something, and let's go back here. So if you have Federal Reserve notes, and they shall be redeemed in lawful money on demand. You have a right to demand. So everything's checking out here. Everything is, adding up. Plus one equals two. So you have the right to demand lawful money instead of Federal Reserve notes. Now, the law states that the Federal Reserve notes are obligations of the U.S. government and must be redeemable in lawful money at the Treasury or any Federal Reserve bank, like we just read, right? It's a provision designed to ensure citizens maintain their financial sovereignty. It is designed to ensure citizens maintain their financial sovereignty, right? This isn't a loophole. It's built-in legal safeguards for citizens. I'm telling you guys what the law says, not what I say, right? Next point. 4. Federal Reserve notes versus lawful money. The current distinction. Federal Reserve notes are promissory notes. What did I say yesterday's live? If you guys were paying attention, I said it's a promise to pay at a later time, right? It's a promise to pay. That's what a promissory note is. Federal Reserve note, promissory note. That's what you're signing when you do your car contract, when you do your mortgage, when you're doing your credit card application, right? You're making a you're saying you're making a promise to pay, and that for you guys that have been paying attention, when I read my federal my Navy federal contract, the credit card contract, it literally says on there you promise to pay this, right? So that is your promissory note, for an example. Federal Reserve notes are promises to pay or are promissory notes issued by the Federal Reserve, which is a private entity, guys, while lawful money is direct currency backed by the U.S. government. So the difference is Federal Reserve is your private corporation printing out the Federal Reserve notes. Lawful money is backed by the U.S. government. Federal Reserve, private, lawful money backed by the government. Very simple. When you use Federal Reserve notes, you're essentially transacting with private banks or the private banking IOUs, right? And government issued money, lawful money. However, it carries out the full. How you doing? Carries the full weight of constitutional authority. All right, so excellent. So let me just repeat that here for you. When you use Federal Reserve notes, you're essentially transacting with the private banking IOUs, right? It's a private bank, which is a Federal Reserve note, and you're using their money, right? Not the government issued money. Lawful money, however, carries the full weight of the constitutional authority. Most people don't realize that you're transacting, you know, using that private money. Well, most people, most Bitcoiners, I think, do understand what's going on, but we don't know like how to redeem in lawful money or like, even the process or what that entails, right? Which is why I want to teach you guys, right? And I've already sent out my because I've done the same thing, guys. Everything I'm telling you guys I've done, right? I've sent out my everything that I'm teaching you guys to do, I've already done, right? I've sent out my correct form. I printed out my pass. I passed 2020. I printed out those 1040s. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to do all that, right? And I sent it out, right? Cool. So I'm waiting back for my waiting for my bread to come in, right? So it is what it is. How Federal Reserve notes tie into taxes. So this is where the class comes in, and this is where I'm going to be teaching you guys taxable versus non-taxable income. Income earned and paid in Federal Reserve notes is generally considered taxable. Lawful money, however, falls under a different legal treatment. So for you guys that want to, sit here and criticize or don't want to read or you don't know what you're talking about, I'm trying not to cuss. Try not to cuss here. For those of you that don't know what you're talking about, right? And that are just ignorant and just because you've been doing something your whole life, right? You've been using a dollar your whole life and that shit. And that has actually been the worst decision that you can do, right? Because or you've been saving in dollars, right? Because it's been losing value, right? And traditionalism is actually bad for you, right? Because times change, just like we just spoke about with CDs and music, with your videos, with your pictures, with your mail, right? So everything changes and everything's going to the digital. Everything's becoming digital, right? So you have to get away from the traditional way of thinking. And you guys, a lot of people are just stuck in their old ways of doing things, and that's fine if you want to do so, do so. But don't be ignorant and say stupid things like it's not true or it's not possible, right? When you don't even read yourself, right? I've actually read and done my due diligence, which is why I can come on here and talk how I talk, right? And I've done my due diligence with Bitcoin, right? Which is why I can come on here and talk crazy and understand Bitcoin and get Bitcoin tatted on my face and everything everything everything's done. Your conviction and your understanding of things is going to determine your level of action, right? So if you understand what's going on, then you're going to do what you need to do to level up in life, right? So it is what it is. But you know, don't just take my word for it. Like I always say, this is only for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do your own due diligence. But again, we're looking at the laws ourselves. We're looking at, everything here. But you're gonna have to do your own due diligence. And if you want to join our class on maybe this Friday, if not this Friday, but definitely next Friday, maybe both. Learn this information and get your money back by simply redeeming your lawful money, and I'm gonna teach you how to do so. So, taxable versus non-taxable income. Income earned and paid in Federal Reserve notes is generally considered taxable. Lawful money, however, falls under a different legal treatment. Lawful money falls under different legal treatment. Federal Reserve notes are part of the Federal Reserve Bank, which is a private corporation, which integrates directly with tax collection processes. Lawful money redeemed under 12 USC 401 is treated differently under tax law. Redeeming income and lawful money can change how it's categorized by the IRS. Boom. Why have you never heard of this, guys? Same thing is why you don't know about IULs, right? Same thing is why you didn't learn how to invest when you were in school, right? Same thing is why didn't you learn about Bitcoin, right, in school, right? Even though you're probably much older. Why didn't they teach you business in school? Why didn't they teach you how to do your taxes the right way in school, right? There's a lot of things they're not going to teach you, right? And it's really based on keeping you dumbed down to keep you ignorant to the fact of what's really going on here, right? So, the lack of public awareness. Despite being a legal right, despite it being a right, which means it's your right, which means nobody can take it away from you, which means nobody can say no and nobody can do anything about it, right? Because it's your right. You have a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's your right. You have a right to credit. You have a right to freedom of speech. You have a right to practice your religion. You have a right to bear arms. You have a right to not be searched without, you know, you have a right to be searched without, to not be searched without, warrant, right? You have a right to go through, you're innocent until proven guilty, right? So you have a right to a trial, right? Fair trial and due process. All these rights that we have. How come they ain't teach you about the Constitution in school, right? How come you don't know about your rights? So these are rights granted to you. So if you don't use them, then you lose them, right? I actually tweeted that the other day, and I need to retweet it again. Especially if you're a Bitcoiner, then you need to be on this game. You need to be utilizing your rights, especially if you're quote unquote sovereign because you're using sovereign money, but you're not sovereign because you don't understand your rights and you're not utilizing your rights to your benefits. So let's continue. Despite despite being a legal right under 12 USC 401, most people are unaware of their ability to redeem lawful money. This isn't a conspiracy, but rather a gap in financial education, which is why I've been teaching people about financial education since 2020. How come you didn't learn about credit in school, right? How come you don't learn how to invest in school, right? How come all this stuff they don't teach you in school, right? Because they don't want to teach you guys. They want to keep you dumbed down, right? But they'll tell you to go to school. So this is another thing, right? In college, right? You go to school. It's even the same thing now with my son, right? My son's in ninth grade. I asked him like, "What's you like?" I'm like, what you learned in school? Man? Anything new?" He's like, "No, we're just going over the same thing that I learned in eighth grade." I'm like, it's like, oh my goodness, yo, it's like a waste of time, yo. It's like, anyways. So he's in public school because his mom wants him to experience the public school and schooling in general. And I'm like, okay, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? Uh, but anyways, they don't teach you. So that's that example, right? So even when you go to college, right? When you go to college, they teach you like you go over the same thing like in your freshman year in college, right? You're gonna learn the same exact like they recap everything for you. Like, nah, in my opinion, that's a waste of time and a waste of money, right? Well, I don't need to recap all the things that I've learned already in high school, in college. It's a waste of time, waste of money, but that's how they get you. And most people, they're okay with that, but that's fine. You waste your money on college, right? I'm charging, I'm charging for time. I'm charging for the education, and it's really up to you. I'm not even charging you guys for this information, right? This is all free. I come on here, give you guys a lot of free information. I even shared the W-2, information for you guys for free. But how many people took advantage of that information? Who knows? But I'm going to teach you the same thing in the course, right? I'm going to teach you how to get out of the W-2 taxes by using this information, and I'm going to teach you how to get your taxes back for the last 3 years or more. Anyways, let's continue. Financial literacy programs in traditional schooling rarely cover topics like lawful money or the Federal Reserve System. The information is available, but often buried in legal texts, making it inaccessible for the average person. This is not a loophole, but a legal supported right. This is not a loophole, but a legal supported right. You're going to have people that are going to say, I need to pay taxes, or I need to, Chris is crazy, or Chris don't know what he's talking about, or I'm not going to pay attention to that, I'm not joining that class, or it's not going to work. What's he talking about? I've been paying taxes since I was 16 when I started working. And you're telling me I don't have to pay taxes now? Yeah, right. Oh, I'm going to go to jail if I don't pay taxes. This, that, and the third. The typical this typical sheep mentality, right, is going to keep you in the same position that you're in, right? Just like I've been telling people to fix your credit, leverage your credit, buy assets, right? Start a business, buy Bitcoin, all the stuff that I've been telling you, right? But I digress. It's not a loophole. It's your right, right? And for those who know about it, you need to use it to your advantage. Empowering those who know about it to use it to their advantage, right? If you don't know how to leverage your credit, which I've been telling you guys to do, join the program, join my credit restoration program if you have bad credit, and we'll teach you how to get your credit on point, and then that way you can do whatever it is that you want to do. You want to join the business credit aspect of things, and that way you can use the business credit to buy assets such as Bitcoin or start a business. Join the program to do so because you didn't learn that in school, and you're not going to learn that And you can go on YouTube and try to learn these things as well. But you gotta hear different ways from different people, and it is what it is, right? I highly recommend that you get that information, regardless of where you get it from. But just make sure you get the right information. So let's continue. Federal Reserve's role, right? The origins of the Federal Reserve notes. The Federal Reserve was established in 1913 to stabilize the U.S. monetary system, and it operates as a private entity. So we all know that it is private, right? We should definitely know that by now. That it is private information. That is a private corporation. So for anybody not understanding what's really going on, uh, I highly recommend that you like, share, subscribe, and share this to somebody, because once you join the class and once you understand and once we get you set up and once I show you how to redeem in lawful money and once stop getting taxed 20, 30%, 40, 50, 30, 40, 50% in California, I think it is, right? You can use that money to buy Bitcoin, right? You can use that money to pay for things that you really need to pay for, right? So once you start to level up and understand that this is legal and that is your right and that you can actually do this, and it's not a loophole, but it's actually a legally supported right, empowering those who want to know about it and that use it correctly, right? So it's not about the information, it's about applying the information, right? I can tell you guys, I've been telling you guys again since 2020, fix your credit. How many people still have bad credit? Exactly. So it is what it is. It is what it is, right? So if you learn that information, right, you take the course and then you can go and teach and help your friends and your family members out with the information that you learned, right? Or you can, you can do whatever it is that you want to do with the information, but you have the information, right? So it is what it is. So because it's a private entity, Federal Reserve notes are liabilities of the Federal Reserve, not assets of the U.S. Treasury. The Federal Reserve acts as a central bank and issues currency that is used daily, but is technically a private currency. The Federal Reserve note is a private currency. So that dollar bill that we're using is a private currency until we redeem it in lawful money. By redeeming income in lawful money, individuals opt out of the private Federal Reserve system and exercise their right to use constitutional money. So that's the big and main thing here that we're telling you. By redeeming your income in lawful money, it changes yours. It changes how it's taxed. It changes, everything about it, right? So, and you have a right to use the constitutional money because you are a United States citizen, right? So now we're going to debunk the myths, right? Addressing misunderstandings. Many people question whether redeeming unlawful money is legal or effective, right? And the answer is unequivocally yes, it's explicitly supported by law. How do we know that? We just read that here in the law, right? Here in the law, 12 USC 401. They shall be redeemed in lawful money on demand at the Treasury Department or at any Federal Reserve bank, right? So that's how we know it's lawful. It's not Chris. It's not Bitcoin Chris just speaking out of his, and just saying things, just to say things, or trying to get you guys to get in trouble, or trying to get you guys to join the class. I don't care if you join the class or not, because this is just to help you out. And if you don't want to help yourself out, then that's on you. I couldn't care less, to be honest with you. I'm only providing the information because God told me if I learned information to not be greedy and to share that information with people. So you do what you want to do, but I'm going to do my part and share the information and the knowledge to let you know what's going on, right? And this is time, so I'm charging for my time, right? I'm not charging for anything else but my time. So if you want to learn the information, join the class. Very simple. If not, good for you. I couldn't care less. So let's continue. It's supported by law, explicitly supported by law, which we've already read. Some may think the process is a scheme or too good to be true, right? However, 12 USC 401 provides clear legal basis, and the case law has affirmed this right, and case law. So we're going to look at some case law. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to bring us some case law. But, I shouldn't even do that because that's what I'm saving for the class. But I may decide to do so. I'm probably not going to do it, though. I'm saving that for the class. It's simply a matter of knowing how to exercise it. Reinforce the legitimacy of this process, rooted in the U.S. law to build trust. Well, just giving me points because I want to explain things, but my thoughts are all over the place. So I asked ChatGPT to help me to explain it to you guys in a simple term. So this is the points that it gave me. So I'm just going over the points that it gave you, right? Because law is law, facts are facts, truth is truth, whether you like it or know it or not. When income is redeemed in lawful money, it's no longer classified as taxable under federal law because lawful money is not treated the same as Federal Reserve notes for tax purposes. And this is where the game changer happens, right? When income is redeemed in lawful money, it is no longer classified as taxable under Federal Reserve law because lawful money is not treated the same as Federal Reserve notes. For certain tax purposes, this could result in reduced or eliminated tax liability. So I didn't preference chat before I started to ask her these questions. I have a ton of things in this specific chat, but I usually tell ChatGPT don't give me no if and the buts or maybes or could be or any of that. Right? I say if the law says so, then it is what it is. Right? Because there is no gray area in the laws. Either you can or you can't. But it does result in eliminated tax liability. Okay? It is. It is true. It's eliminated. Okay. Additionally, for those who overpaid tax in previous years, there's an opportunity to request a refund. Oh my God, what did I just say? What did I just say? For those who overpaid taxes, because if you're redeeming lawful money, then there is no taxes, which means you overpaid, which means you have the opportunity to get that money back. Point blank, period. Right? Opting out for lawful money, you assert your constitutional rights. And that's definitely going to save you money and give you greater financial independence. Obviously, you're going to have more money, right? Because you're not paying taxes. It's simple as that. How to demand lawful money, right? The process to redeem lawful money includes specific language. So, redeem the lawful money pursuant. We're going to go over that in the class. Impact on taxes. Understand tax obligations. Redeeming lawful money may shield you. It does shield you. I didn't preference ChatGPT, so I usually tell her don't say may in my other correspondences with Chat. I always bully ChatGPT and I say, hey, it's either you can or you can't. There is no maybe, right? So, redeeming lawful money does shield your income from taxation because lawful money is considered different from currency under federal law. The difference is lawful money and the currency under federal law because you're using private currency, private money, which is the Federal Reserve notes in that system, versus you using lawful money, which is the U.S. Treasury. Hope that makes sense. Tax liability often applies to income received in Federal Reserve notes, which is redeemed as lawful money, and the income is classified differently, and it definitely exempts you from taxation. For past taxes paid on Federal Reserve notes income, lawful money redemption provides grounds for seeking refunds via Form 843. So we're going to go over how you can 444. See that on the clock here. How you can redeem. I'm going to show you how to fill out the 844 form. I'm going to show you everything that you need. All right, cool. Not tax evasion. It's legal reclassification under income under existing laws, right? So you're not doing anything illegal, like I just said, and I've been saying, but most people don't pay attention and don't listen, and they are so used to doing things one way that if you want to get taxed to death, that's on you. If you want to continue to get clapped up and you want to continue to get clapped up and pay all your bread and taxes and all that stuff, bro, and you can just simply redeem the lawful money and follow the process and follow the steps and get some money back so you can buy some Bitcoin, and especially if you've been paying taxes for the last 3 years, which we all have, right? If you're working a 9 to 5 job, then this is something for you. Very simple. It's very simple. All right. So the Federal Reserve. So the bigger picture here. Why is this a game changer? The bigger picture here is the financial freedom. Redeeming and lawful money is more about saving. It's more than saving on taxes, guys. It's reclaiming control over your life, right? The Federal Reserve System creates a cycle of dependency through the Federal Reserve notes. By choosing lawful money, individuals can break free from the system, reducing their tax burden and operate with their constitutional rights. The Masterclass empowers you guys the knowledge and tools to protect your financial sovereignty, not just for themselves, but future generations. So if you learn this, then you can teach it to your kids, you can teach it to your family members and your friends, right? So that means guys can, you know, get that information, right? All right. So yeah, that's it. And that leaves us to the class, guys. Right? Unlock the secrets to lawful money. It's really not even a secret, right? It's not a secret. It is kind of a secret, but it's not a secret, right? Because it's the information is there for you. But if you don't know what to do, then you don't know what to do, right? So take control. Learn. Fix that. Learn how to stop W-2 income. Stop being taxed on your W-2 income and get your taxes back for the last 3 years. Right? So I changed the prices for you guys. General admission is only $149 and the VIP is $199. So I changed it up for you guys, made it a little bit cheaper for you guys by $50. So there really shouldn't be any reason for you not to join the program unless you just don't want to join the program, and that's fine. I don't care if you join it, like I said. But it is going to be about a 2 to 2. It's going to be at least 3 hours, 2 to 3 hour class where we're going over everything step by step, showing you how to fill out your form, showing you how to going over the case law, showing you how to get your tax information right, doing with the IRS, right. So we're going to go through everything, right, everything that I've actually already done, guys. I'm going to show you guys how to do that as well. Okay. So the link is in the description if you want to join. And again, I'm thinking about doing it this Friday and next Friday, but it just depends on how many people join. Depending on how many people join, I will determine how many if I'm in the class on Friday or not, right? So it's really up to you guys at the end of the day, right? So it's really up to you guys. So we have it scheduled for next Friday. But again, thinking about doing it for this Friday as well. And I mean, the sooner the better, right? For you, it's the sooner the better for you, right? Because the sooner you get the information, the sooner you can, send out your paperwork, send out your documentation, and then get your money back, right? So the sooner the better, right? And then we all got taxes coming up here in January, February, right? So, it is what it is, right? So you can either take the information and get out of all that, get out of that. Because I feel like taxes is like a major burden on a lot of people. A lot of people are stressed out. Um, and if you're getting taxes back, cool, but how much did they take out of your entire paycheck over the year? And then, how much you got back versus how much they took out? What's the difference on that? And then if you can get all that back, and you don't have to legally, then it is what it is, right? It is what it is, right? So, so make sure you guys join the masterclass, guys, and let's continue with the next topic, guys. So we just went over the 12 U.S. Super Bowl one. We went over in details how you can pretty much redeem on demand lawful money, which is the Treasury, U.S. Treasury. It's lawful money back on the U.S. Treasury, right? Instead of using Federal Reserve notes. Let me ask ChatGPT something while I'm here with you guys. Did I close it? I did. Go back. Let me ask Chat something real quick. Um, I was gonna ask Chat something real quick. What was I gonna ask? Just left my mind. Let me try to remember. Ask Chat. Are we back? We back. Okay, cool. I forgot what I was going to ask ChatGPT. Um, any questions? Put it in the chat while I try to remember what I was going to ask GPT. I was going to ask ChatGPT something. All right, because I'm a business owner, let me ask. I'm going to ask ChatGPT. I already asked this earlier in the blog here, but I'm going to ask it again. How does this apply for business owners? Majority of you guys don't own a business. Highly recommend you that you do. I also told you guys how to get money back from the IRS if you did start a business. You can get like $5,000 if you start up a business. Um, whether or not you know what kind of business, I highly recommend that you get an LLC in general and start to operate as a business LLC, and now you get business credit. But most people don't take advantage of that opportunity, but it's okay. All right, so let's ask how it pertains to business owners. Let's take Sonic the Hedgehog analogy and apply it to business owners. Imagine you are running your own Sonic game. Audio is good. Audio is good. All right, so make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe, retweet, repost, hit that like, share, subscribe. Imagine running your own Sonic game, and instead of rings, you're collecting money to keep your business running. You need money to pay for supplies, employees, and other costs, but the money you're using is Federal Reserve notes, just like Sonic rings. The Federal Reserve notes let you play the game of business in the current economy because it's the system that everyone agrees upon, of course. Now, let's say you're a business owner, higher level. It's like Sonic can collect the Chaos Emeralds and turn into Super Saiyan Sonic, right? Business owners have the option to switch to lawful money. Lawful money is backed by the government, just like the Sonic coins, just like the coins Sonic collects. But it's more powerful because it's not subject to the same FRN rules, right? For business owners, this means opting to redeem lawful money. Income and lawful money can reduce your tax burden. You're not bound to the ring rules or the Federal Reserve System, which means you could potentially save money that would otherwise go to taxes. Just like supersonic powers to zoom past obstacles. If you're a business owner, you can take advantage of lawful money to keep more of your hard-earned cash. Just like Sonic collects special powers to move faster and get ahead. Understanding the strategy is like unlocking the cheat code that allows you to level up in your business, efficient and potentially more profitable in the long run. You can keep your business in the game without the tax ring taking too much money. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So you can redeem um, business income in Federal Reserve. You're actually receiving Federal Reserve notes, but you can redeem it in lawful money, right? So lawful money is what you want to utilize, right? Not Federal Reserve notes. Boom, boom. So again, what you're going to learn in the class is you're going to learn how to opt out of W-2 taxes, current, get back at least 3 years of past taxes, right? And then I'm going to show you how to fill out the forms, how to get your IRS. Matter of fact, we can do that now. I can tell you guys right now how to go ahead and sign up and get your info. Especially if you're joining the class, you definitely want to be proactive instead of reactive and get this information. Uh, start getting started, right? You're going to do a sign into your account. You're going to do individual, and then you're going to want to create an account with ID.me. So once you do this, you can then log in. Once you're verified, you can then log in and get all your W-2 information, right? Or your 1040 and W-2 information, just all your tax information, right? So create an ID.me account, right? And then you'll be able to log into the IRS website and see everything that you've been paying or that you have paid. And we're going to need that because you're going to have to print out your 1040s anyway. right? So highly recommend if you're going to join the class, go ahead and be proactive and get that set up now, right? Don't be reactive. Go ahead and get it set up now. Sorry about that. I didn't see that. I went to the IRS website. .gov. I'm here. Then I clicked on sign to your account. Then I clicked on individual. And if you don't have an ID.me, go ahead and click create an account and sign up for ID.me. And then once you do that, then you can sign it. And then you can check all your taxes in your 1040, right? Your 1040s and W-2s and everything that you paid over the last however long you've been paying your damn taxes, right? So cool. So make sure you guys get that set up ASAP. ASAP. All right, hit that like, share, subscribe. Let's see what else that I want to go over with you guys today. I think that's it for today's video, to be honest with you. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. And let's see if there's any tweets I want to go over with you guys. Let's see. I don't see any other topics I want to go over here. Just give me a few more moments. I'm thinking about launching a all right, I'll tell you guys. I wasn't going to tell you guys, but I'll tell you guys. So I'm thinking about getting a villa, get a nice little resort, little mini resort villa, and we can get like 10 guests, 10 people. We're gonna go to Cancun. We're going to go over credit. We're gonna go over business credit. We're gonna go over your contracts. We're gonna go over lawful money, and then we can, if you guys want, it just depends, right? It's only 10 people that can come. How many bedrooms are there? 8 bedrooms. So maybe just 8 people then. Actually, it'd be 7. 7 lucky people can join, and we're gonna take a trip to Playa del Carmen to learn about credit. We're gonna learn about business credit. We're gonna learn about the Federal Reserve notes. We're gonna learn about your contracts. We're gonna learn about all of that stuff, right? So I'm thinking to get everybody together and we go down to Cancun. We learn this information, change your life, learn about credit, learn about business credit, learn about everything that we're talking about here and more. And we go out there for 3. Enjoy, I teach you guys during the day. Each day we'll go over something different, right? So first day will be regular credit. Second day will be business credit. Third day will be lawful money. So it'll be 4 days. And the day we'll learn. And then at night or in the afternoon, we go to the beach, hang out, enjoy ourselves. But that just depends. And, you know, if I can get people to, if you guys want to take advantage of this information and this opportunity. So I'm gonna do a poll. Let me do a poll to see if you guys would like that. I'll leave it in the comments. Would you guys want to go to Cancun or apply to Carmen for 4 days to learn about information that can change your life? And I'll see if I can get a bigger spot, but it just depends. It just depends. I was looking for a big spot, but they don't have too many big spots down in Mexico. I was actually looking at Bahamas as well. Show you guys what I was looking at. So I'm thinking about planning this out. This is a 20 bed. This is 18 bedrooms. So we go out. Everybody can come out. It's just crazy. 18 bedrooms. So if I do this, there'll be way more people. So let's say we get at least 10 people. Yeah, so we can do that. That way we can. That way you can learn, be out, be out in Mexico. Let's see how far this is from the beach. Oh, right there. Oh man, so we might have to do this. Let me put out a poll. Let me put the poll out real quick. I'm excited. Hit that like, share, subscribe for me. Playa del Carmen getaway. Like what? When should we do that? That'll probably be in. Maybe we can shoot for January or February. Man, I love that Carmen. Yeah, I'm excited. I want to do something like this. Maybe like I said, just 10 people, or maybe we can get 15 people to that want to level up and want to have this experience where we can go and learn about credit and learn about our rights and learn about your contracts and learn about lawful money and all that stuff. So we can include all that together and be on the beach in Playa del Carmen. So I'll figure out. I'll figure this out and see if we can get this to in January or February. But yeah, I want to do this. So if you guys are down, let me know if you're down. If not, it's all good. So I think that's it for today's video. I try to make sure I'm not on here for too long. But yeah, we've been on here for an hour and 16 minutes. So let's wrap up here. So make sure you head over to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. Get your $10 free coin. If you guys are watching and need help with any of the information that I provided, whether that be with your personal credit, click the link in the bio, and that way you guys can, at least schedule a consultation and see if I'm able to help you out or not. And yeah, let's continue to educate ourselves, continue to grow, continue to build, continue to do this that we can do, and to take action. Because it's not good enough to just learn about this information. Got to take action with the information. So I went over a lot of good things with you guys here today, and what the law says about lawful money, and not what I think or what I say, based on what the law says, right? So I hope this information was beneficial to you, and if you guys want to join us for the uh, you know the retreat, right? Got to figure out the details. But if you guys are down to go on the retreat, let me know. I'll figure out the price point and what it's going to be to come out and relax for 5 days, 4 nights, or 4 days, 3 nights. I think it will do 4 days, 3 nights. What do I have on here? 4 days? 3 nights. Yep, 4 days, 3 nights. First day. Yeah, so maybe just 5 days. I don't know. We're gonna have to see, right? But if you can come out, enjoy yourself, learn, eat good, be in Playa del Carmen, a mansion with other like individuals, learning, you know, I think that'd be dope. I would do this, right? So the last is get your fold card, of course. Make sure you get that fold card, and make sure you guys stack your Bitcoin and chill. The information that I'm teaching you, you're going to be getting money back on your taxes. So highly recommend that you buy some Bitcoin with that. If not, do whatever you want with your bread, right? But you're able to get some money back and stack your Bitcoin, right? So shout out to everybody tuned in. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bitcoin Chris, check out. God loves you. I love you. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah. Riding with country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah. Riding with country bass.